Apologize to your mother.
Sorry, Mom.
Mm-hmm. Let her finish talking.
Okay. Sorry, Mom.
That's better. Okay. Apologize to your daughter.
Sorry, Stella.
Excuse me.
I'm so sorry, Stella. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's a little better.
Okay.
Good.
One big happy family. Hola, bienvenidos. Mi madre. Hi. I had to be home from work today. It was so long. How was your day? Great.
My day was great.
Oh, was it? It was good. I just said that. I'm so happy to be home now. We had such a long meeting. Babe.
Yeah.
What are you...
The meeting. I'm listening. You keep saying babe. The meeting, yeah.
You're just not answering back to me.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe we can watch a movie or something tonight. I've been dying to see the new Wicked movie. Babe. Babe. What are you doing? That's my mom.
Exactly. She said I'm looking at her mom. I'm like, that's family.
I'm family. Why are you looking at her like that? That's weird. Could we have? What is it, breakfast potatoes? Happy to be home from work.
Let's see who got the guts.
Shalom. Let us say our praises due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect. My name is Karnawak from Great Millstone, Toronto, doing this lesson. And it's going to be in regards to this Jake. All right, he's popping, he's fucking the mom and the daughter, man. And that's a total violation, of immortality. Those are immoral, forbidden acts, right? And that's why the Lord gave us the laws and statutes to keep, to basically to follow, and to we're supposed to follow these laws, and we're supposed to be wise, right? Because that just, that's nothing but confusion, nothing but corruption, man. So I'm gonna get you this Leviticus 19 and 7. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. So you're not supposed to be popping the daughter and the mom, right? Like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to only be dealing with the daughter. All right, you're not supposed to be popping the mom. Right, that's why the Lord's gonna destroy this place, because this is a total wicked society, man. And that's why they're pushing these things now on these porn, these only OF models and all these stuff. They have all this content, and they're doing nothing but wickedness. These forbidden acts that we aren't supposed to be participating in, man. That's why the Lord gave us the laws. He gave us the laws and regulations to follow. So we don't go off. Right? So the NLT, Leviticus 18 and 7. Do not violate your father by having sexual relations with your mother. She is your mother. You must not have sexual relationships with her. Right? Then it says, the nakedness of thy father, wife, shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father. So there's morals. There was laws, that we're supposed to cover, man. We have law. That's why Leviticus 18 goes into that, man. But you niggas are gonna be burnt up with fire, man. All right, because they're pushing this Hollywood. They're casting these spells. They're doing these rituals, man. To make our people go off. Right? You're not supposed to be doing that, man. No, that's total wickedness. That's immorality, man. That's that they don't have no morals, man. But I didn't want to really go too long. But you're not supposed to be popping, the mother and the daughter. You're only supposed to be dealing with the daughter. You're not supposed to be dealing with the damn mom. That's total wickedness, man. That's why the Lord's gonna judge this place, man. The Lord's he's itching, to judge this damn place, man. Micah 4:1. For behold, the days coming that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So this is why the Lord's gonna have to judge this place, because our people are going off, man. They're doing all kinds of things, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. They're eating, they're drinking, they're doing all kinds of wicked. Let's get that first, 2 Peter. I think it's 3. Second Peter 3 and 9 and 10. 2 Peter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall be passed away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and all the works therein shall be burnt up. So all the elements, these cities are going to be burnt on fire. They're going to be stubble, man. All these cars and these skyscrapers. Seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are you to be? No, this was that. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for the one where it goes into this is the one. 2 Peter 2 and 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person, preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So that's what was going on during the time of Noah, or during the times of the pre-flood. Right, they're doing the same thing. They're doing all kind of wife swap. They're sleeping with mom, daughter. This homosexuality. They're doing all kinds of wickedness, man. They're doing all kind of rituals, drinking blood, doing all kinds of things, man. And that's why the Lord got upset, turned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned with the overthrow. Right, and that's why Sodom and Gomorrah, the 5 cities, right? They were doing all kinds of homosexuality, right? Sleeping with animals, doing all kinds. They're doing all kinds of things. They're just like Puffy, guys like so-called Puff Daddy or P Diddy, whatever his name is. That he's sleeping with young children, men, women, That's what the Lord, he judged that place, right? He used his chariots, right? He used his chariots and sent brimstone and destroyed those cities, man, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So when Lot was on the scene, right? Because remember Lot, he was separated from Abraham. Right, so he was living over there in Gomorrah and Sodom, and he was vexed, man, because these people were doing all kinds of more activity, right? And then he's living amongst these damn neighbors, man, in those cities, man. That's why the Lord was the Lord burnt that place with fire. For the righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day, where their unlawful deeds. And that's what's happening, man. America, Canada, anywhere where you Edomites are, they're doing nothing but immoral acts. They're doing all kinds of wickedness, man. That's why the Lord's going to judge this place, man. The Lord knows how to keep the deliverer out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment. So that's why to be punished. So like that's why we're just waiting patiently, man. We're patiently waiting, man. We're patiently waiting, right? Because this place is totally getting from bad to worse. But chiefly, them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise governments, presumptuous are they, self-will, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignity. That's what they're doing. They're doing all kinds of wickedness, man, right? And like they don't want to follow certain regulations, right? Even though we're in this man society, like, there are certain morals and code that you have to follow, in the Bible. Even though we're not going to keep the 100, like we're not going to keep the laws to 100%, right? Because we're in this man society, right? Like we can't do certain things in the law. That's why the Lord is dealing with people. He's dealing with our faith, right? Because the law is not going to save us, but it says what is it called? It's like, yeah. Judges 5:11. They that deliver from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing waters, right? So during the flood, right? The Lord, we're drawing water right now, right? They shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even for the righteousness toward the have. So we're rehearsing the righteous acts, man. But you sleeping with your daughter and mother, that's total wickedness. You're not supposed to be doing that, man. That's why this place is going to be burnt up with fire, man. But I didn't want to go too long. So with that, let us see our praise due to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakodas, the one to pass our great milestone, peace and blessings to the elect, Shalom.